going to start with some athletic conditioning mat Pilates. So we're just going to go through some things, just like every class. If there's something that your body can't do, or you feel like, you know what, that doesn't feel good for me, just lay low. I'll try and show you some regressions on some more advanced things. Otherwise, you can always go back to, I'll give you some feedback as what you can do, or just wait it out until the next thing. So make sure you're pacing yourself out, especially since we're not here together and I can't really see, can't be there with you to catch you if you're going to fall over. Okay, so we're going to start kneeling on your mat. And we're going to just start with the knees underneath the hips. Abs are nice and strong here. We're going to just take the arm over and reach to the side. And then we're going to reach back to our T arms. So think arms like a T. Reach the other way. And lift it right back on up. So you're feeling those abdominals connect. You're going to reach over. And lift it right back on up. And reach over the other way. And bring it back to our T. So now we're going to take one hand behind your head, the other hand thumb down behind your back, and kind of stretch out the spine there. Reach up to the sides and switch. And reach to the sides. And now you're going to take your elbows and try and get your elbows a little closer as you go. So now, if you can't, that's okay. Just get wherever you can. Maybe here is good for you today. And that's all right. Just switch back and forth. This is getting working the shoulders, kind of waking them up, and getting movement through the rotator cuff and all that good stuff. But if you can wing those elbows a little closer to center body, go ahead and do that. We have a couple more of those just to kind of see what your shoulders feel like. We want to make sure our arms are ready to go. Excellent. And now from here, we're going to take into just small arm circles. So this is very small. It's like our one leg circle, both arms. It's very exciting. And before we get too tired, let's go the other way. Little goes a long way on this one. Oh my gosh, my shoulders were so tired from the first 5 minutes, I can't do anything else. Now, thumbs down, you're gonna go forward. That has happened to me once or twice, but we won't do that today. And we'll go the other way. Abs are nice and strong. That's why we're doing this in a tall kneeling position so we can feel the core. Now we're gonna take our palms up. We're gonna go forward. And then from there, we're going the other way. So we just work those shoulder socket in all three levels there, hopefully getting all the way through the whole joint. So now, shake it out just a little bit. Nice and loose. Make sure any lactic acid that's built up in those shoulders can relax. And now we're gonna go one more time through our S arms and see if you have any more range or smoothness. Maybe we kind of oiled it up a little bit and you can go a little more. Now again, if you go from here to here, that's awesome. All right, if you can go all the way elbows towards the body, that's great too. Still trying to keep the posture tall. And this is also awesome if you're at home sitting, watching TV like I was yesterday, or if you're typing on the computer. This is awesome for that. And we're just, again, just warming up. We'll get going a little bit faster here in a second. Let's go one more each side. Perfect, excellent. You guys, let's go ahead and lay on down onto your mat. Give you the side view version here. We're just gonna lay all the way on down. And from here, we're just gonna start with some nice easy rolls. So give our arms a break, take a nice inhale, zip those abs together, exhale, curl and roll all the way up to the ceiling. As you roll up, keep the abs down. Make sure that the hips are pushing up, but the abs are pulling down. From there, start from the sternum and roll all the way back down to the mat. So it's a nice inhale here, exhale, curl the pelvis, roll, push up and reach. Again, abs are reaching down as your hips are trying to reach up to the ceiling. And roll it right on back down through the body. And again, inhale here, exhale, curl the pelvis, roll. Get some movement in the spine, tighten up the glutes a little bit here, roll it right back down. Let's get one more of those, guys. Exhale as you curl, roll it all the way up, and roll it right back down. From here, let's take our legs to tabletop. So from here, we're just gonna keep the legs right there, stretching the knee out and bending it back in. Other knee stretches out, bending back in. As you work, try and work to get your feet towards the ceiling. If they can't go to the ceiling, that's okay. Feel the abs hold your pelvis in place. Just try to straighten out the knee, get the back of the legs working, get those hamstrings waking up for the day. That may be a new word. Reach. Let's do a couple more like that. Excellent. Now let's find our normal tabletop from here. We're just going to tighten up the abs a little bit more, reach to go into some toe taps. Tighten up the core, waking it up, making sure that the core is controlling your ribs to your hips. So this is just a nice little easy warm up for us. But that concept of ribs to hips is going to be huge for us today. We want to keep that connection the entire time. One more time each side. Make sure you feel nice and strong there. From here, we're going to lift the upper body so the head and shoulders are going to lift up off the mat. Hands come behind the head. Again, if you want to keep your head down for this, that's totally okay. This is just an added bonus. You're now going to take the legs down to the toe taps with that. So more anchoring through the center of the waistline. Legs reaching away from the center, challenging that. One more time each side here. And now you're going to reach one toe down and take your opposite elbow to the knee that's up. So you're going to reach and then come centered. So it's a toe tap plus a rotation. And reach. Come back to center. Reach. Come back to center. Reach. All of these things that we're adding on should be felt as if they're add-ons to the idea that the core is being held together from those abdominals. So all the other stuff is fun, exciting, sometimes torturous, but still should be an add-on, not in replace of. Sorry to end the sentence with a preposition. Here we go. From there, take your upper body down. Feet come down to the ground. Let's do one more bridge. This time it's going to be a straight bridge, though, not a roll. So you're going to bridge the hips up, and I want you to try and feel like you're opening up the hip flexors on each side. So abs are strong still, glutes are strong, hip flexors opened up. Come right back down. Let's do that one more time. Bridge up, so it's a straight bridge versus the roll that we did earlier. Now from here, rock back on your heels and lift your toes up. You're gonna get a little different feel in the legs on that one when you lift the heels. From here, we're just gonna lift one heel. Tighten up the abs like crazy, squeeze the glutes, lift one heel off if you can. Come right back down. Now, if this is too hard, put your full foot back down and just do a little foot tap. But again, we're trying to dig into the glutes here, waking those guys up with the heel dig. So it's just a little different variation of our favorite Pilates exercises. Some people are saying favorites in quotes. And one more time each side if you got it. Excellent. Tighten up from there and then lower your pelvis back on down. Let's stretch the legs out long. Bring one leg to your chest. Still keeping the hips down. Let's go back to some ankle circles. We're going to circle the ankles here. We haven't gotten quite into the feet yet. And go the other way. And from there, let's take it immediately into our straight leg that we did earlier. Now we're going to do the full leg circle. So one leg circle, standard Pilates exercise. Abs are strong, so we were already got used to the idea of the ribs holding the hips together and all of that spot is stable. Go the other way. And now we're just challenging it even more with a longer leg. And from there, bend the leg on down. From here, nod your head, roll your forehead all the way up to your knee. This is sometimes a fun one to do. Feel really connected in those abs. Roll it right back down from there. Let the legs shoot on down and bring the other leg up. Let's go back to those ankle circles. Either way you want to start is fine. And let's go the other way. Gonna try to work through each joint today a little bit, at least the big major ones. And now tighten up the abdominals, lengthen the knee like we did earlier. Find that length in the leg and take it into your one leg circle. Again, the rest of your body is strong. The movement's happening in the hip socket, so it doesn't have to be very big right now. We'll do some bigger things in a minute or two. And we'll go back the other way. Circle the leg around the other way. Awesome. Oh, there we go. Yeah, only your video's working better now. That's awesome. All right, from here, let's bring that leg back down so you're hugging the knee. Still keep that hip down. Nod your forehead to your knee. Roll it all the way back up. Shoulders are down. Feel that connection in the abs. And now from here, let's bring the other leg up. Oh my gosh, so now we're in a tight ball. So everything should feel nice and tight from here. Now we're going to take both legs. We're going to open like a frog, roll away from you, and bring it back up. Trying to keep your upper body in that tall, lifted position we just found. Rolling back it up. Again, still kind of going through the warm-up portion of our day. Getting the legs moving, getting the abs connected. Starting to get the breathing going a little bit more. As you can tell, I'm breathing harder. Everybody loves to see us breathe hard and sweat. And let's go the other way. Doesn't take long for me. What you guys can't see is off camera. I've got my my air canister ready after the class. No, I just kidding. Your heart by oxygen. Yeah, exactly, right? So here we go. I'm kidding. From here, tighten up those abs even more. You're going to reach your legs and arms into our double leg stretch right away. Feel that connection. Circle in. This is slow in terms of pace. So drive those abs down. Reach the arms and legs away. Find a moment. Circle around. Let's go for 2 more of those. Abs are driving down. Legs and arms reach away. And circle around. If your head is getting tired, you can just lower the head like this. Otherwise, keep those head and shoulders lifted. I'll do one more with you with the head and shoulders lifted. Here we go. Reach, circle around into that nice ball shape. Wonderful. From here, let's go ahead and carefully bring yourself up. And we're going to go into our quadruped position. So quadruped means hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and spine is neutral. So just be careful. Sometimes you want to be a little rounded there. Try and flatten out that back so it's in a nice, good flat position all the way from the tailbone. Toes for this first one can be pointed down so we can stretch the top of the feet. From here, we're going to take one hand off. Opposite leg's going to reach away. We do this in class quite often. It's an awesome exercise. Bring it right back down. This is also kind of a tester. Test yourself out. See how you're feeling today, balance-wise. Can you balance? Now, if you're having a hard time with this, go one leg out first, then reach the other arm. Or you could just do legs if you're having a really hard time with it, depending on your balance. If you're like, no, this is cake, just go and switch. Both arm and leg at the same time. Let's go ahead and do that one more time each side. Excellent. Now from here, we're going to take the toes and tuck them under. So the toes are going to be tucked, so we're going to stretch the other side of the foot. From here, we're going to go into what it's rocking. So I want you to tighten up your abdominals so your abs are pulling up strong. You're going to rock back to your sit bones towards your heels and take your fingers off the front. So this is going to unload the wrists a little bit and then load the wrist. So it's also going to go back to stabilizing our shoulders. After our shoulder warm up, they're ready to take a little bit more now. And again, gauge yourself here. Ideally, you're holding your center tight so that you're still in that neutral spine. Let's go one more rock like this. And now you're going to take one leg and take it out to straight to the side. All right, kind of get to, I like to put the sole of the foot down on the floor. And we're going to do some rocking with that inner leg out. This actually feels really good, especially if you've been sitting all day. It's kind of early, maybe we haven't been sitting that much yet today, but it's a good one to open up those hips. Again, it's trying to keep the spine in that neutral position so your abs are still engaged. Let's do one more of those. And bring that foot in, make sure you're in a good alignment here. Take the other foot and stick it out to the side and go back into your rocking from there. With this exercise, you may feel like one hip is a little tighter than the other, and that's totally okay. Let's kind of move through where you have motion. Trying to wean yourself into a little bit more range of motion as you go. And again, it's totally up to you and what your body feels. So you go a little bit to a little bit more is awesome. If you've got a lot of range of motion, great. Make sure you're controlling with your abdominals. Let's go 2 more times. And then bring it back on in. All right, from here, let's go ahead and tighten up the core just a little bit more. We're gonna hover the knees. So take yourself into a nice knee hover. So now your body is hovering 4 points, hands and toes, or balls of the feet. And then come on down, take a nice inhale. Tighten everything up, exhale, hover. There's our balance. This is our plank position. And come right back down. If ever we do planks and you feel like it's too much or you can't hold your plank position, come to this position instead. Or you can even have your knees down. So that's your regression for plank series. Come right back down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale here, exhale, hover, and stay a little bit longer. And you're just going to turn your head side to side. Make sure the neck is nice and relaxed, even though the rest of the muscles are on. Come on down, breathe in, and exhale, hover. Now we're going to nod up and down. Moving the head gently. And again, not too much, just a nice gentle movement. And then come on down. Let's go ahead and rock off the hands. Point the feet back. And let's come forward with the hands. You're going to take your wrist forward. I always like to do a little bit of the opposite movement with the wrist. Goldie, this might feel good for you too. I know you monitor those wrists how you need to. And just nice, good rolling of the wrist forward. Especially if you're not used to doing a lot of work on your hands. Doing a little bit each day like this is going to really help you come out of this with able to do more stuff on your hands. Again, if you can put more weight, you can go for it. Otherwise, go very gently. I just like to stay back at first. You can totally put a little bit more if you feel like you can, but don't overdo it. This is just a gentle working of the wrist. One more time here. Excellent, you guys. All right, let's get into a little side series. So from here, we're going to have our shoulder underneath, or sorry, elbow underneath the shoulder, and your knee's going to be in line with that same hand. From here, we're going to keep both of our knees down. So we're just going to start off with a little bit of lifting. So we're going to press up, reach up into a side plank. I'm matching the mat. I don't know if you can see, but we're hovering off. Good. And then from there, we're going to take the top leg forward. And then from there, you're going to reach it forward for a stretch. Stretch, point the foot, come back behind you. So we're going to come forward, stretch, stretch, point the foot back behind you. Come forward and stretch, stretch, point the foot, come back behind you. Bring it back in line with your body. Bring it in and bring it down. Let's give ourselves a little break. Breathe in. All right. Make sure that shoulder is strong. We have one more of those. So plank up. So we're in that side bridge plank. Leg comes out. And now the leg comes forward. Reach, reach. That's 2 reaches. Point to reach behind you. And forward. Reach, reach. Point to reach behind you. This time we get a third bonus one. Here it is. Reach, reach. Point, lift behind you. Come back to center. Come on down. Relax on down. Make sure that shoulder is strong. Awesome job, you guys. Let's flip on over or just turn over, however you want it. I'll flip over so you guys can see. Other elbow underneath the shoulder. That's where you want your strength. All right, so we're giving the wrist a break, but we're still working the shoulders. And knees are in alignment. So we're ready to plank up. You're planking that side plank position. Feel that bottom glute really working. Top leg comes on off. And now it's going to go forward. Reach, reach. Point the foot as you reach behind you. Reach, reach. Point the leg behind you. First we have 2, so then bring it in. Come on down for just a little bit of break. Make sure that that shoulder is nice and strong still. And ready to plank back up. So we plank up, find that side bridge position. Leg comes up, now we get 3. So we're gonna reach, reach, point the foot behind you, and reach, reach, point the foot behind you. As your leg goes back and forth, this section here tries to stay the same. Here's our third time's the charm. Point the leg behind you, make sure we're still connected here. Leg in, come on down, and shake out the shoulders for a moment. All right, you guys, nice job. Nice job. All right, from here, let's go ahead and take it into a little bit of a half rollback series. So from here, we're nice and tall to start. You're going to imagine that somebody poked you in the stomach and you're going to curl, roll, just halfway down into our half roll. From there, sit right back up. So it's an inhale here. And so curl with those abs. And I always like to tell people to watch out. It's easy to kind of lean back and feel your hip flexors grab here. You may still feel those hip flexors grab, but try and feel as if you're holding onto your body with your abs instead of your hips there. And then bring it back up. You may feel both, and that's totally natural, and it'll happen. Curl back. And let's do one more of those. Exhale, curl again. This is kind of just warming up the spine a little bit more for some more advanced things. So now from here, we're going to take the one arm and reach away. So we're getting a spiral. Bring it back to center, tighten up those abs, lift it up nice and tall. Inhale here, exhale, curl. And again, if you don't like to do flexion in your back, you could just lay on down and do some more of those leg lifts that we did earlier. Exhale, curl. Reach. Or you can take a break until we get past this one. Bring it back in, lift it right back up. Exhale, curl. Feel those abs, hold on. Feel those obliques, turn your ribs. And let's do one more of those. Exhale, curl. We're gonna turn the ribs, trying to reach a little bit farther if you can. Bring it back in, lift it on up. Exhale, curl, rotate. Excellent, here it is, level 3. We're curling back. Now we're adding that rotation that we just did, but you're gonna stay there. Oh my gosh, now your front arm that's over your legs is gonna lift up to your head. Oh my gosh, and try and hold on. Come right back down from there. Inhale, exhale, lift. And bring it down from there. And exhale, lift. Bring that arm down. From there, pull yourself in. Let's go ahead and get a little reprieve in between on this one. Breathe in. Let's curl back. Here we go. Rotate the other way. Now you're going to take your front arm, whichever arm is over the leg, up, and bring it down. Trying to stay in that curl position. Bring it up. And bring it right back down. Third time's the charm. Reach. Bring it right back down. Use those obliques to pull you in. Lift up. And let's come all the way down to the floor from there. Wonderful. Now from here, we're going to do some full rolling. If you can't fully roll, bend your legs and just do some upper body lifts. If you don't want to lift your upper body without your hands, go into some lifts here. Otherwise, the rest of us, we're going to lay flat. Arms going to reach all the way overhead. Follow your hands forward to roll. From there, you're going to reach it forward and then curl yourself right back down. So this is our standard roll. It's called the roll-up. It's one of the original Pilates exercises. And it's a full body connection, especially with those abdominals. And roll it back down. So as you're rolling, sometimes it's hard and you will have to give yourself a little jolt, and that's okay, but ideally you're trying to roll as smooth as possible from those abs all the way through. Your legs should still feel like they're reaching away. So I call it a full body exercise because your legs are active even though it's a lot of abdominal work. So arms, head, abs, roll. Trying to get that nice good movement from here. And then roll it all the way back on down to your back. And now we're going to just go into a side lying position. So you're just going to kind of flop over to the side. Mine's a flop. You guys can do it much more elegantly. And you're just going to lay your head down on your arm just so your head has a little pillow there. And now from here, we're going to go back into our leg series. So from here, we're going to bend the leg and you're going to bring the knee up towards the ceiling. So it's going to feel like a number 4. And now from there, the leg's going to come on up, stretch the leg like we did earlier, flex the foot and pretend you're squeezing something between your heels. So you're going to draw the leg up, reach the foot to the ceiling, flex the foot, draw the heels together. So bend on in, again, trying to keep this part of your body the same. So your hip up to your body is just chilling there. So if I CGI'd my legs out of the series, you'd think I was taking a nap, which some of you may be, so don't do that. Goldie, my eyes on you. I just kidding. Here we go, reach it up. And lengthen on up, flex the foot, reach it all the way back down. Now let's, from here, switch it, reverse it. So now your leg's gonna go up to the ceiling, point the foot and draw it back down, kind of like you're threading the needle, right to your knee, and then slide it on down from there, squeeze the inner thighs. This was a little bit more on the front, so as you lift your leg up, there is a lot more of the work. The way down, if you think zip the thighs together, you'll get a little more muscle feel. And one more time here, lift, point the foot, come on down, zip those thighs as you come back down from there, get a nice good line, and let's turn around and go the other way. You can just flop over. I'm gonna spin around so you can see better. And again, even though this is kind of a leg focus, we're watching our leg, we're moving our leg, the more you can connect your abdominals, the more it's gonna be an ab work. So this is really kind of core training as well. So here we go. From here, the leg comes to the knee first. That's that like number 4. Then the knee stretches like we did earlier in our warm up, flex the foot, and then squeeze your heels together. So draw the leg on up, reach it up, flex, and then squeeze it on down. So foot comes up, reaches to the ceiling, reach it down, squeeze, and let's pause there. Now we're gonna reverse it. So now the leg lifts up, find that spot as high as you can go without moving your hip. Point the foot down. Now we're gonna thread the needle right to the knee and zipper the inner thighs together. You'll feel the abs go all the way through the feet. So lift the leg on up, get a good stretch in the leg. This is also great for stretching the leg. Bring it down, there's our thread the needle moment. Zip those legs on in. And tighten up the abs as you bring the leg up so this part still stays the same. Point the foot, thread the needle, there it is. Zipper everything on down. From here, let's just flop or gently turn ourselves over to our stomach. From here, your abs are pulling away from the floor. Separate your feet a little bit. You're gonna take your hands out in front of you. And now you're gonna slide your hands towards you on the carpet till you get to about your shoulders. From there, zip your abs in. You're just gonna gently press yourself into swan. And find whatever height you can go to. Bend the elbows and come right back down. Reach the arms back forward. So slide the arms out. As you're doing this, that should feel like your shoulders are coming down toward your back pockets. Find a good spot for you. And then from there, shoulders stay down as you lift up to swan. Now, if you can only lift up this high, that's okay. If you can go into full arm extension, that's awesome. And then bring yourself right on back down. So we reach our arms forward. Slide the hands down. The shoulders are going down. That's kind of your key. Find where you want with your hands. Zip the abs, squeeze the glutes. Press yourself up. Lift your heart. There's your swan. Enjoy the swan for a moment. Then come right back down. Lengthen your body forward. You're probably, hopefully can feel those abs and glutes work. So when you hold the swan position, it's a good place to be. It's also going to help stretch out those hips. And come right back down. And now reach your arms forward. Bring your legs a little closer together. We're going to lift one arm and the opposite leg. So we're into our Opposite arm and leg reach on our stomach. Come right back down. Switch. And come right back down. So just like when we did it in quadruped, you want to try and do it without moving your torso, which is sometimes harder to do on the floor. So opposite arm and leg lift. Come right back in. Reach. And now let's start to do it just a little bit quicker. So it's a reach, 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 reach. So you're switching, you're getting that balance point, abs away from the floor, getting that nice little hover with the sternum. And now let's pick up the pace a little bit faster. Reach, 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 reach. A little bit faster. Reach, reach, reach. Now take a nice inhale and go even faster. 2, 3, 4. Exhale out. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Exhale out. 2. Shoulders away from ears. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 2, 3. One more breath. Cycle in. 2, 3, 4. Exhale here. 2, 3, and 4. Stretch it long. Let your bodies come on down. Slide those hands back down like we did earlier. But now you're going to push yourself all the way back into a shell stretch. And let's walk ourselves back to our quadruped. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips again. So we're back into that nice quadruped we did earlier. Same rules apply. From here, we're going to reach right arm forward, left arm, leg back, sorry, whichever one you want. You guys get to pick. From here, your arm and your leg are going to move away from your body and then come back in center. So they're moving to the sides, coming back into center. Side, come back to center. One more time. Side, come back to center. Hold it for a moment. Come on down. Let's switch. Other arm and leg. Find your balance first. And now the arm and the leg move off to the side. Come back to center. Your goal is to not move the rest of your body. Hold it right back in, especially the hips. Reach. Back to center. Reach. Back to center. Come right back down from there. Excellent. Let's take a slight rock back. And now from here, we're going to roll your spine up to a nice tall kneeling. Reverse it. So roll down. From here, you're going to walk yourself out to your hands, but I want you to push your hips forward. So feel the hips press forward. And now from here, you're going to pull back with your abdominals, walk your hands in, and roll yourself up tall. So rolling down, find that ball shape. Walk your hands out first, then press your hips forward, squeeze the abs and glutes. Pull back with the hips. Find that ball shape, restack. One more time, rolling on down. Walk your hands out, push your hips forward. Now stay there for a moment, lift your heart a little higher, and then use your abs to pull your sit bones back toward your heels, and now use your abs to roll up to our nice tall position. From here, we're gonna take it to our half kneeling. We're in a perfect spot to do it, so you might as well link it. So one leg goes forward. Now on this one, what we're gonna do is just take a nice, easy, gentle press to wake up the hip flexor on this side. Come back, and now you're gonna reverse it and chop the hips back. You can reach the arms forward to get a little stretch in that front hamstring. You can flex the foot if you want, or just keep it pointed. And then come right back up. Take your hands behind your hips, pull your abs back. Press yourself forward. And come back to tall kneeling. From there, hips chop back, arms reach forward. Get the opposite movement pattern here. Bring it up nice and tall. Let's do that one more time. Reach the hips. Pull it back from there. Reach the hips the opposite direction. Reach the arms forward. And come up nice and tall. From here, what we're going to do is let's switch legs first before I take you to that next exercise. There's a little edit right there for those of you who are wondering. Here we go. So we have a half kneeling position here. Hands behind the hips. Let's take it into a nice gentle press forward. Again, the abs are pulling back here. Don't let your stomach go forward, which is a nice tendency. Come back to the half kneeling, then chop the hips back. Arms can reach forward over that leg. Full body connects, abs and glutes pull you up. Hands go behind the hips, press. And bring it back up tall. Hips chop back, arms come forward. And bring it up nice and tall. Let's get one more of those in. Reaching forward. And bring it up nice and tall. Chop the hips back, lengthen the front leg, arms go forward. Find that nice, good, tall, half kneeling. Okay, from here, we're gonna start. I'm gonna turn my body so you can see a little bit better. We're gonna start in that half kneeling. So let's go ahead and switch to the other half kneeling, whichever way you were for. And now what's gonna happen is you're gonna take the bottom leg and pivot it to the side. So you've got your legs are in this kind of diagonal exercise shape. From here, I want you to take your hand on the lower leg down to your knee. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. That's perfect. And now from there, you're going to walk it out. So you're going kind of on a side plank, but you're at a box, right? If I was to put this hand down, I'd be at a box. Hand, knee, hand. But we're going to be here. Now, take that arm up to the ceiling, and you're going to thread the needle underneath and press up. So this is a different variation of some of our twists that we like to do. But I want you getting that hip a little bit more open today. Reach. So again, we're threading that needle. Rotate back up. One more time. Thread the needle. Rotate back up. From there, you're going to reach us back to the knee. Sit up nice and tall. Take that leg back. So now we're back squared off to our half kneeling. And we're going to switch. So other leg goes forward. Make sure we're squared off. Bottom foot kind of pivots around. You can pivot around so that we're now facing the corner. Take your hand down to the knee and walk it out so that your hand is under shoulder. I'm going to pivot around so you can see me better. So we look like this. All right, so if I were to take this other hand down, there's my box. Hand, knee, hand, heel. And now that arm reaches to the ceiling. And here's our thread. And pull it right back up. And thread the needle. And pull it right back up. This is good for the spine, but you'll also feel how it opens up that hip a little bit differently than when we do it just from the side view. And thread that needle. And press it right back up. 2 more times. And 1 more time here. Thread the needle up. Now from here, you're just going to sit back towards your heel. Use your abs to bring your body up nice and tall. From there, we're just going to pivot that foot back, and now you're realigned. Excellent. Bring yourself back from there. All right. From here, we're going to go into a little bit of a standing work. So maneuver your stuff so that you can do a little standing. If you need to adjust the mat or your camera, whatever, that's good, or your screen. Excellent. All right. So working off what we just did, we're going to go into a lunge series. So I'm going to face like this. So one leg's going to go forward, the other leg is going to lunge back, and you're going to try and get down as far as you can. Once you're there, try and wean your way there. Again, wherever your foot needs to be. If you need to work it out to get a little bit deeper, that's okay. If you can breathe more narrow, that's great too. From there, you're going to take a reach and rotate towards that leg. So we're getting that same spiral that we just worked on. Come right back down and try and get both hands to the ground. If you can get both hands to the ground, great. Otherwise, pivot that foot back. And you're going to bring it back until you're in a full plank position. Then you're going to work the other leg forward, wherever you can go. If you can get it all the way up to that other hand, that'd be great. If you need to rock them back and forth a little bit to find it, that's good too. Then we're going to take the leg arm that's closer to the front leg, rotate there. And bring it down. Find that good spot. And take that foot back. Now we're back into our plank position. So now, from here, where your leg was in a lunge, you're going to try and put that foot back. You don't have to get as deep as we just did. Just try and tap it. Now bring it forward. Abs are strong. Other leg's going to come forward. So now we're doing, I call them lunge taps. You can kind of call them whatever you want. But you're trying to get your leg to a lunge position. Again, it could be out here. It could be not so high. That's all right. Go wherever you can. I'll do a lower version here. So we're trying to just open up the hip. Here's a little bit bigger version. Getting into the hips, holding on with those abs, strengthening the shoulders as well. Let's go for 2 more. Excellent. And then from there, lower yourself on down, and we'll come up from there. All right. So from here, take it into our hinges. From here, you're going to tighten up your body, reach your hips back, bend your knees, almost like you're going to jump. From there, you're going to stretch up. Arms are going to go overhead, push your feet into the ground, and tighten up your abs. So it's easy to be like, woo, here, tighten up the abs at the top. That's where the abs come in. Hips, chop back, reach back. From here, we're gonna reach up, tighten up the abs, and reach it back. Push your hips forward, arms stretch up. Let's do a couple more of those. Reach back, press up and lift. Reach back, press up and lift. Now we're gonna reach back and stay. Reach back, stay there. Take one leg, and you're gonna move it off to the side, so like a little toe tap to the side, and then bring it underneath you. Take your other foot off to the other side, bring it underneath you. Now take your arms and set up tall, like we did. Zip those abs. Reach the hips back. One foot goes to the side, come back in. Other foot goes to the side, come back in. Reach up, stand up strong, zip the abs and glutes. Here it is, reach back. One foot reaches, other foot reaches. Come on in, zip up and stretch. 2 more times. Reach back. Leg to the side, leg to the side. Lift up tall. 1 more time, reach back. Leg to the side, and tall. Really feel that nice tall zip of those abs. Now, what we're gonna change my view for what you guys to stay put. We're gonna do the same thing, except now we're gonna add a shift. So we're gonna reach back. One leg goes out. Then you're gonna shift to that leg. You're gonna shift back, come on in, stand up. With the arms overhead, zip the abs. So reach back, now let's see the other leg. Step is over. Shift, shift, bring it in, stand up tall. Now let's pick up the pace a little. So you're gonna reach, out, shift, shift, in and up. Reach. Other leg, shift and shift, in, up. Reach. Leg out. Shift and shift, in, stand up. Other way, reach. Leg out. Reach, reach, leg. And one more series. Reach. Leg out. Over, over, in, and tall. Reach, out, over, over. Again, the pattern. So now, stick with that, or you can make it a very light little plyo. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take it back, out, you're gonna give it a little jump. Jump, in, little jump. Reach, out. Little jump, in, little jump. Reach, out. Little jump, in, little jump. Reach, out. Little jump, in. These are little jumps just to get the little bit of plyometric going. Heart rate going, as you can tell, I'm breathing harder. Everybody loves that. Here we go. Couple more times. In, little jump, and back. One leg out. Little jump, bring it in, jump up and reach. Leg, jump, jump, down, up, and catch your breath. Excellent job, you guys. From here, it's time for us to find your mat. Ready for some more plank series. Oh my gosh, here we go. So, for athletic conditioning, what we're gonna be doing is thinking about going from a low position. So I want you to feel wherever you can low, a low squat. You can have your toes up, that's fine. Find where you can be. From here, we're gonna walk ourselves out to a crawl position. We're gonna lift opposite arm and leg, crawl back to a little squat. Now that's kind of hard. If you need to just do one leg or one arm, that's okay. So crawl out, lift one leg, there's the leg, crawl back. Find a moment. Crawl forward. Here's the hand version. One hand. Crawl back. Stick with whatever version you want. Next one here. Opposite arm and leg. Woo. Find that balance if you can. 2 more times. Crawl forward. Opposite arm and leg. Crawl it back. 1 more time. Forward. Opposite arm and leg. And from there, gently set the knees down. Step back and stretch. Catch your breath here for a moment. Then we're getting ready to come down into elbow plank. So, when you're ready, full elbow plank. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the abs. From here, take one foot, just tap it to the side, come back in. Other foot taps to the side, come back in. Tap to the side, come back in. Tap to the side, come back in. Squeeze those glutes and abs 2 more times. Tap, come on in, tap, come on in. One more time, tap, come on in, tap, come on in. Gently lower the knees, press yourself back from there and come on up. Wonderful job, you guys. Let's make our way back to standing. Do a little bit, catch your breath if you need. Here we go. Now, from here, we're gonna take it into just a nice, easy body weight squat. So you're gonna reach your arms forward, sitting down. You don't have to go as low as we just did. Just find that spot, stand up tall. Reach it on down. Stand up nice and tall. Reach it on down. Stand up nice and tall. Reach it on down. Nice and tall. Just check those knees, make sure they're going over the toes. They're not buckling together. Nice and tall. 2 more times. Reach. Bring it on up. 1 more time here. Bring it on up. Now, from here, we're going to go down and stay down. Reach. Find that position. You're just going to lift your arms up as high as you can. Oh my gosh. Bring it back down. And reach the arms up. Bring it back down. 1 more time. Reach the arms up. Bring the arms down. Tighten up the abs and lift up. Nice and tall. Shake out your legs a little bit if they're feeling it. That's okay. That's our point on that one. All right, let's go ahead and lay back down on our stomachs. Give our legs a little bit of a break from holding our body weight up. So, lay on down, onto your stomach, like so. So from here, we're gonna take our arms and pull your elbows right underneath your shoulders, similar to our swan from earlier. Tighten up the glutes, squeeze the abs. From here, you're just gonna let your shoulders shrug down, press up. Oh, not too bad, right? Let your shoulders shrug up by your ears, body is down. Now press your body up as your shoulders go down. Let's go 2 more times like that. This is kind of our little press. Getting those shoulders ready. This is a good shoulder exercise. If you are one of the people, like almost all of us, who have to remind ourselves about shoulders away from ears, this is a great exercise to do that. Press it down and stay. Now, I want you to squeeze your abs and your glutes a little bit more. You're gonna reach one arm, trying to reach up and out, come right back in. This will also feel like a side plank to a degree. So squeeze everything. Other arm reaches out. Trying not to tilt or lean, bringing it right back in. Squeeze. Other arm goes forward. Lifts it up. Bring it on down. Squeeze. Other arm goes out. Bringing it right back in. Let's do 1 more time each side. Reach. And bringing it on down. And reach. Bringing it on down. From there, go ahead and lower your upper body down. Give your arms a little bit of a break. From here, abs are still pulling away from the floor. Glutes are on. Bring your feet a little closer together. From here, we're going to reach our arms forward, getting into a little hover. Thumbs are up. Pull back, reach back, lift your heart. Reaching forward. Thumbs are up. Pull back, reach back, lift your heart. Arms go forward. Pull back, reach back. Remember, the abs and glutes are on here. So they're still getting that ab connection. It's the upper back that's lifting, not your lower back pushing down. Reach. Thumbs are going up and shoulders are down. Let your upper body's lifted. 2 more times. Reach. Pull back and reach. 1 more time here. Pull back and reach. Excellent. From there, come on down. And we're ready for our next plank series. Full plank this time. Hands under your shoulders. You can always go back into elbow plank if you want. From here, body is in a full push-up position plank or elbow plank. From here, you're going to take one knee, pull it by your elbow, press it back. Other knee, by your elbow, press it back. Reach, press it back. Reach, press it back. 2 more times. Reach, press it back. Other leg, reach, press it back. Rest for just a moment. We're going to add on to that next. So, rest your arms. We're going to do the same thing with the leg, but then you're going to stretch the leg off to the side before you do it. I'll demonstrate here. So we'll be in our plank. Knee goes to the elbow, then the leg's going to stretch, bend the knee, and come back. That's our next series, all right? So shake out your wrists. Find your position. Shoulders are down. Find a good plank first. Remember, if all this gets hard, just hold the plank. From here, leg goes to your knee to elbow. Stretch the leg out, bend the knee, go back to plank. Other side. In, stretch the leg, bend, and come down. Now, if that extra stretch is a little too much, just go to the bend, back to plank. And knee, straighten, bend, in, 1 more each side, straighten, bend, come in, knee, straighten, bend, come in, come on down, shake it out. Nice, excellent job, you guys. That one's tough. That one's tough. Now, oh my gosh, there's one more series. Now we're going to everyone's going to elbow plank. We're doing the same thing. I'm gonna demonstrate first so you can see. Same thing, except now the leg sweeps back. So we have knee bend to elbow, stretch the leg, sweep to plank. Bend, stretch, sweep, all from the elbows. So everyone's got our elbows down, giving our wrists a break. Sound good? Here it is. So strong elbows, strong shoulders, strong plank. One leg goes up to elbow. Straighten the leg, now sweep it back. Other leg to elbow, straighten, sweep. Elbow, straighten, sweep. Elbow, straighten, sweep. You guys have one more. Each side. And sweep. Elbow, straighten, sweep. And come on down. Excellent, you guys. How'd that feel? Excellent. Let's go and move our way on up. Almost done with our class today, so we gotta have one more series here. What? One more series? Yes. So I'm gonna take a side view for you. From here, we're gonna take a forward step lunge. So you're gonna go forward, push yourself back on up. You're gonna take that same leg, go to the side, step back up. You're gonna take that same leg and then go to the back. I'm just changing my perspective so you can see. So we'll be forward, tall. Then it goes to the side, tall. Then it goes to the back, tall. Now on all of these, you want to make sure that your knee, it can go forward a little bit, but pretty much you want the knee over the ankle. All right, so then we'll switch. So hands on hips, smiles on lips, leg goes forward. There's our lunge, tall. That leg goes to the side. You'll notice on the side, you have to stick your hips back. That's great. Come on up to the back. Try and stay as vertical as you can. Find that balance. And then let's switch to the other leg. Forward, lift up, side, lift up, back, lift up, switch to the other leg. Forward, lift up, side, lift up, back, find the control, lift up. One more set for both sides. Forward, lift up, side, lift up, back, lift up, switching legs, and forward, lift up, to the side, lift up, to the back, lift up, and rest. Got those legs going, pretty good, yes? Excellent, all right everyone, find your mat one more time. And back to our tall kneeling position. From here, we did this earlier, you're gonna roll down. You're gonna walk out. You're gonna press your hips forward. Lift the heart on up. Remember, zip those abs back, squeeze the glutes. Press it back from here. Roll it on up. Take it up one step, one notch up. Now that's your starter. If you want to stick with that, stick with that. Otherwise, we'll add on. Roll on down. Walk on out. Find a plank position. Press your hips forward. Lift your heart. So this is the same shape we're in, but just from a plank. Make sure you're squeezing those glutes and abs though. Then from there, find the plank. Lower the knees. Push yourself back. Lift up. Again, the first version is one you can do over and over. We're just adding on for anybody who wants to. Here's our plank. Here's our lift. Now from here, the next addition is to lift your hips up into our elephant, like on the reformer. Lift up, reach up. Now from there, you're gonna press back to the plank. Keep the abs strong, glutes strong, lift your heart up. Drop the knees, roll it back, roll it on up. Last time through that series, so roll. Walking on forward. Find your plank. Lift your heart, squeeze those abs and glutes. So it's your sternum and upper ribs, not your lower ribs. Find the plank, push up to our elephant. You can go heels down or lifted. You can go back and forth if you want. Oh my gosh, how's that stretch? Excellent. Find that plank one more time. Lift your heart, squeeze the glutes. Shoulders down, knees down. Press back, gently roll up, and you guys are all done. Excellent job today. Yes. Wonderful.